Welcome to my channel 10 Pointers. So 10 points of different diseases in ophthalmology. I am Dr. Ipshita. Today we'll be discussing Fuchs' uveitis, that is also known as Fuchs' heterochromic iridocyclitis. So what are the 10 things we need to know about Fuchs? Firstly, it is a chronic non-granulomatous uveitis. Usually seen in people above the age of 40 years. So how does the patient present in case of Fuchs? Most often it is an incidental finding. That is, the patient has come for some other problem and we incidentally find Fuchs. Sometimes the patient can present with persistent floaters, and obviously, as in the name suggests, patient himself might have noticed the heterochromia. So what will we find? This is unilateral in most cases. Now, as the name suggests heterochromia, it can be either hyperchromic or hypochromic. In this case, the affected eye is most often hypochromic. So what do we find in anterior chamber? Usually, Fuchs is known to be a white eye, that even during exacerbation, the eye looks white. There's not much of congestion, and in the anterior chamber, there is faint flare. Only faint flare is seen. Sometimes mild cells may or may not be seen. This is going to be an important point, that is, the keratic precipitates are stellate in appearance. They are diffusely seen over this entire corneal endothelium. So the important point is diffuse over the entire corneal endothelium, unlike most other anterior uveitis in which the precipitates occur predominantly in the lower half. But here we are seeing it diffusely overall. So that's the difference. That is very characteristics of Fuchs. We have few iris findings, like iris nodules are seen. Most often is Koppes nodule, which are seen in the border. Sometimes even Basaka's nodule, which are seen in the stroma, can be seen in Fuchs. Then we have crystals on the iris. Iris surface has crystals, they are known as Russell bodies. Can have atrophy of the iris, in which we see transillumination defect. And there are surface vessels. These iris surface vessels are fine and irregular. Then another characteristic feature is Amsler's sign. So the free radial angle vessels which are seen on gonioscopy, they bleed. Like when we enter into the anterior chamber, any incision is made, there can be a common cause for hemorrhage. So there is hemorrhage in AC on incision. So that is known as Amsler's sign. What else do we see? Cataract is a common finding. Cataract is usually of posterior subcapsular type, and later on in the disease even glaucoma is a finding. What happens in the posterior segment? So in the posterior segment it is usually normal. Sometimes there may be cystoid macular edema, vitreous opacities can be seen, and sometimes peripheral choroiditis scars can be seen, or even choroiditis foci. So 10th, we need to know how to treat it. Treatment involves, if there is exacerbation, we use steroids. Short-term courses of steroids can be used. Other than that, we have to keep in mind that cataract surgery can be associated with complications. glaucoma needs to be managed because in long term the disease does develop glaucoma. So glaucoma needs to be managed. Usually it needs a glaucoma drainage device or a trab with mitomycin C. So this makes our 10 points for Fuchs. Keep following me for more diseases and 10 important points which you must remember about them. If you like the video, kindly hit the like button and subscribe and share with your family and friends. Hope you like it.